Hey there, cozy gamers! Do you like fantastical adventures? What about adaptive NPCs and beautiful environments that underscore a deeper story? Well then, I might have something that's right up your alley. Introducing Sword of Justice, a brand new cozy fantasy adventure set in a mythical eastern realm and set to release at the end of October this year. Sword of Justice promises a stunning open world while still being a free-to-play next-gen title on PC and mobile. Sorry console gamers, but fingers crossed this one will someday be available for consoles as well. At this stage, it looks like the type of game that's usually free-to-play but greatly rewards in-game purchases. I love these and usually find myself spending around the amount that I would have been willing to pay for the game in the first place. Thank you to NetEase for sponsoring today's video. I really got into Infinity Nikki again the last few months, so if you enjoyed that, I really think you would like this one too. Wield your sword of justice against the foes standing in your way, and do so in a wuxia style. A lot of attention has been given to the combat system. There's particular focus on movement, since it looks like your wide range of elemental magic attacks can be performed in motion. Now, I haven't actually played this one myself yet, but from what I've seen so far, the gameplay looks smooth and the environments are beautiful. Explore your way through majestic mountains, flowing rivers, and deep underground labyrinths to discover legendary weapons, artifacts, and ancient techniques. Sword of Justice implements the system they fondly refer to as justice, meaning each encounter can be overcome using the player's own skill. It styles itself as an open-world adventure without stamina limits, no forced daily tasks, and a diverse, flexible gameplay style. The developer is called Zhurong Studio, who is based in China, and the game has already been released in their home country. On their website, it says the game has garnered a staggering 40 million players in only the first month of its release. I mentioned in the intro that there are adaptive NPCs, so let's discuss that for a sec. Sword of Justice features NPCs that use AI and deep learning to remember the player's actions and decisions. I'm not quite sure of the world's full size, but there are mentions of thousands of NPCs, each with a unique personality and its own memories. If they're able to pull this off, it just might be one of those things that changes gaming forever. I don't mind it, honestly, because at least none of the visual elements in the game appear to use AI. This is good because if you ask me, there's not much to be said for the soul of a game that is purely AI generated. And you can tell that a lot of real effort went into making the many different playable classes in Sword of Justice. While getting some more footage, I saw someone called Yuma did a video about all the different classes. They mentioned that there are 6 dropping on release, with 4 more to follow in future updates. I'll be going over the 6 classes we're likely to get on release, since that leaves some room for content in future videos. Feel free to check out Yuma's video if you want more info, since he goes over all the different movesets that have been revealed as well as the 4 characters that are still on the way. First up, we have the elusive Nightwalker, a katana-wielding samurai with very flashy-looking attacks. No enemy will be safe from you as you are super fast. Then we have Bloodstorm, who rides atop his trusty steed. Now it does look like all classes can use mounts, so I believe Bloodstorm will either have a special horse abilities, or both. The Bloodstorm is a spear-wielding class that seems like it can dash and jump from a distance, making them look deadly. We also see the very elegant Sylph, a very unique class where your weapons are ribbons, where you seem to have some kind of magic, and a very cute fox familiar as well. They will be the healing heart of any party. Next up is Numina, a summoner of Acolyte for coordinated combat, and they seem to be all over the battlefield, and incredibly fast as well. They wield a staff of some sort. There's also the Celestine for all you burb enthusiasts. They use a magical musical instrument as their weapon. They will be incredibly important to any party, as you will be the main source of crowd control, keeping those pesky enemies at bay for your team. And last but not least, say hello to Ironclad. They fight through enemies with just their fists as their weapons. They're considered the tanks and will soak up all the damage while looking flashy and incredibly cool doing so. Now, you don't permanently pick your class right at the start. I think the idea is more that you create your own personal avatar. Then you can access and switch between the different playstyles depending on the situation or just your personal preference. I gotta take a moment to rave about the character creator. Once again, you can see where extra effort was put into the game. I love when developers understand that if I spend 8 hours making a character, I'm gonna be much more invested in their journey. Okay, so I know it's called Sword of Justice, but I'm happy to say that this isn't a pure combat game. It seems there will be a kind of profession system implemented. The game promises around 100 different trades, and the poster child for this feature is a chivalrous thief. At this stage, I wonder if there are 100 completely distinct professions. Perhaps there are multiple variants of the same job, like can I be a unchivalrous thief? You can plant and grow in your own backyard as well, from plump pumpkins to corn stalks that can go higher than your head. The different professions are coming into focus a bit, now that we know that there's cooking as well as other processing activities to get into. And fear not, animal lovers, we know that at the very least, there will be chickens and rabbits to care for. And I haven't forgotten about the builders in the house. You get your very own plot of land to clear up and build upon. The building manager appears intuitive and fun to use, so you can create the plot of your dreams with your very own little farmland. The open world is given extra life and color by showcasing the different changing seasons of the land, as well as different weather events. We've also seen a few different set pieces already, like puzzles, minigames, traps, and hidden treasures. The character creator looks very intuitive as well. You will really be able to control the finest of details. Look at how cool this face in the character creation is. Sword of Justice emphasizes that even though the game has rewarding in-game purchases, it isn't a pay-to-win experience. Many games have evolved to this point where the good ones make up their development through in-game purchases anyway. It feels good to support a game that you are already enjoying. I gotta mention again that I haven't actually played this game yet, and will only be able to do so alongside you guys once it releases. Sword of Justice is now open for pre-registration, which will reward you with a bunch of in-game currencies, a new outfit, hero scrolls, and much more. You can pre-register on the App Store and the Google Play, or if you're a PC gamer, you can already wishlist it on Steam. According to their website, over 1 million of our fellow gamers have done so already. All this does is ensure that the world will be full of other players right from launch. Alrighty, that's all I have for you guys today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye!